Hey there, Metalheads. Papa Billydeth here with another awesome album that you should own. But first, remember to like and subscribe if you want to find out about more awesome music, and hit that bell to find out when I post new videos. So, this is a hardcore death metal album called Hell Is Here Now by the band Homewrecker. Now, this is just a really riff-heavy album. It's got riffs for days. It's one of the most headbangingest albums I've ever heard. I said in one of my older album recommendations for the album Behind the Blackest Tears by Kingdom of Sorrow, I said that that album was like possibly the most heavy or headbangingest album I've ever heard, and this one I think actually surpasses it. When I listen to this album, I just constant from the moment it starts to the moment it ends, I'm just banging my head freaking hard, and people driving next to me probably think I'm some sort of spastic, but that's alright. This album's awesome. I'd say along with the albums Formation of Damnation by Testament, Kingdom of Sorrow Behind the Blackest Tears, and then maybe Nails, You Will Never Be One of Us, I think that this is in the top 4 most headbangingest albums I've ever heard. So, I got permission from the band to play their song Bound by Validation in its entirety. So, without further ado, here is Bound by Validation by Homewrecker. Peace. Hey there, Metalheads. I hope you enjoyed Bound by Validation. Hope you didn't break your head from banging your head too hard. Now, what I've been listening to a lot lately is a month ago, I went and saw Primus and Mastodon because they came to my town, and it's extremely rare for a concert to come to my town or even just a metal show. So, of course, I went to it, but I wasn't actually a fan of either of the bands going into that. Mastodon was a band that I had listened to before. I tried exposing myself to some of their stuff, mainly their album Once More Around the Sun, but for some reason it just never did anything for me, so I wasn't a fan of them. And Primus, all I knew them for was, I guess, their singer did the South Park theme song. Anyways, it was a really awesome concert. I was not expecting there to be mosh pits, and there was a huge mosh pit for both of the bands, and while Mastodon was playing, I got punched in the nose pretty hard. Yeah, I had a good time, and for some reason, something clicked when I saw Mastodon live, and since then, I've become a huge fan of the band. I've picked up 4 of their albums. Their album Crack the Sky, Blood Mountain, Leviathan, and Emperor of Sand. I really like all these albums. Emperor of Sand's probably my favorite Mastodon album. But yeah, I've just fallen in love with this band now. And then one other thing, I picked up this album just sort of based off the album cover. It sort of caught my eye when I went to Amoeba Records in Los Angeles. It's called King is Rising, and it's by the band Hammer King. This album is not good enough for me to consider it an album every metalhead should own for one of my videos. It's got some, but it does have some good songs on it. It's a power metal album. I'm not a huge power metal fan, as I've stated before, but there's the songs like Kill the Messenger and maybe Battle Gorse. They're pretty good songs. Other than that, though, there's like 15 tracks on here, so it's a lot of filler in my opinion. If they cut it in half, it would be a lot better. And so yeah, I would say check that album out. Just check out the song like Kill the Messenger. That's probably my favorite song on there, but there is a lot of songs on there that I'm not a big fan of. Mainly just the vocals don't do much for me, but the music is really good. It's just it gets a little bit redundant after a while. So, that's all I've got for you. Peace.